What are the worst areas to live in Philadelphia? Check this video out. Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Gregory Martire, your local real estate expert here. Today we're talking about the top 10 worst neighborhoods in Philadelphia. Where don't you want to live? That's important too. All right, so let's get to it right away. If you need anything, you have a question, comment down below, subscribe down below, like button. It helps up the channel. But let's get to it. So we ranked our neighborhoods here based on crime, on boots on the street, and this is the 2021 remix version of what is happening in our fair city and where you don't want to live. All right, so coming in at number 10, we've got Kensington. So Kensington does get a bad name and does have a bad name for a pretty good reason. So go Google, if you will, hint, hint, Google. Go Google Kensington. It literally has $1 billion heroin drug trade on the streets. It's one of the biggest problems we have in Kensington. So Kensington is backed by popular demand. On our last video, we had a lot of people asking us, why didn't Kensington make the list? Well, we're able to get you the list. We're able to get it on the list today. So Kensington, in addition to having a massive drug problem, has a 30% more crime as compared to the rest of the city. So about a third more crime happens in Kensington than anywhere else in the city. It is 61% higher than the national average of crime rates. Violent crime in this part of the city is over 140% higher than the national averages. Property crime is near 50% higher than national averages. So the cost of living in Kensington is 2% lower than the rest of the city, and the real estate property values are just 3% lower. You've got rental rates about 15% lower than the rest of the city. There are some really nice places and some great places to live in this section of the city. Just got to stay away from those bad parts. You know, a few bad apples upset the whole cart. Well, not in our fair city. Another positive thing about Kensington, believe it or not, it's one of the up-and-coming areas in the city. All right, next on our list, everybody, is Germantown. Total crime in Germantown is 125% higher than the national average. Violent crime in Germantown is over 300% higher nationally, compared to nationally. And property crime is near 92% higher. So locally, compared to the rest of Philadelphia, you've got about a 40% increase in crimes in the Germantown area as compared to the rest of the city. The cost of living coming in right around 7% as compared to the rest of the city, and 33% less property values in comparison. The rental prices are also lower in Germantown, about 17% lower. Germantown is a really great place to live, however. We can't talk about all the negatives without mentioning a few positives. Got a lot of pride in the streets. Got to be careful in some of those areas. There's a lot of gentrification going on in the Germantown section of our city. It's a great rental market too. All right, number 8, Brewery Town. Believe it or not, it made our list. Again, we're taking comparisons of crimes happening in the sections of the city versus nationally and versus the rest of our wonderful, beautiful Philadelphia County. Total crime in the Brewery Town area is 120% higher than the national average. And the violent crimes is near 300% higher. With property crime being around 85% higher nationally, but only 30% when compared to Philadelphia in itself. So within the city, there are some worse, but there are some better areas based strictly on people's behavior. Remember what your mom told you or didn't tell you, be on your best behavior. Cost of living near Brewery Town is about 2%. You got real estate prices about 6% under the rest of the city, and rental prices coming in just around 14% less in comparison. It's a great place to hang your shingle. Not a bad place to live, although there is more crime going on here than the rest of our fair streets. If you're looking for a place to live, Brewery Town's very walkable, and it's pretty fun, and it's been gentrified for a while now. There are some really great sections, but just like anything else, Be careful out there, America. All right, number 7. Number 7, Fairhill. About 40% higher overall crime compared nationally, and over 300% more violent crimes in this part of our city, also compared on a national level. Property crime is over 200% higher, and then when we look locally at the different crime levels, you've got more than 100% higher crime rates going on in the city as compared to the rest of the city. Cost of living is much lower, it's about 13%, with property values coming in at 65% less. So this may be one of those next booming upcoming areas, but where is it going to boom to? Over 20% less prices in rentals here, so it's a very affordable place to live. Great place to start out. Got some great families living in Fairhill. A lot of fun things to do. There's also a lot of crime going on. So coming in at number 6 here, we got Haddington and Carroll Park. Now, we didn't make up the list. We're pulling the data straight from the crime percentages, both on a national level and on a local level. The overall crime in Carroll Park is about 275% higher nationally, more than 300% violent crime when compared to the rest of the beautiful United States of America. Property crime is a couple 100% higher as well. Now let's take it locally here. Let's focus in. Overall crime versus the rest of Philadelphia is over 125%. Cost of living is just over 10% less. Property values are more than 50% less in this part of the city. So it's a great place to invest. You've got rental prices about 30% less going on in Haddington or Carroll Park. All right, number 5, we're winding down our list. We've got Harrowgate. Number 5 is Harrowgate, 250% overall crime versus national levels of crime in cities and in other bustling, hustling towns in America. Violent crime in Harrowgate is over 365% higher as well. Property crime comes right over 200% as well. More than 115% more crime going on in Philadelphia comparably to the rest of the city. About a 16% less cost of living. Property values are over a third less expensive in Harrowgate comparatively. Looking to rent in Harrowgate? You're going to save about 13%. All right, as we continue through our list here, we're getting better and better. And check out some of our other videos as well on some of the greatest places to live in the city. Just because these places made our list of where you don't want to live, maybe you still do want to live there. All right, number 4, we got Strawberry Mansion. About 145% higher overall crime compared on a national level. Property crime is just under 100% higher than the national average, where violent crime really skyrockets in this section of the city. It's over 425% comparatively on a national level. Now we bring it home to the homeland, to our home away from home and our home inside of our home, and anyway we call it home. Crime rate's coming in about 50% higher versus the rest of our wonderful city. You've got about a 10% less cost of living here. The property values in this section of the city is about half of what they are comparatively. And you do save a lot in rent in these sections due to that higher crime level. You're going to save more than 10% on your rent. All right, I want to take this moment before we hit our top 3 to say thank you so much for checking out our channel. Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed the video, comment down below. Please hit subscribe. Please hit that like button. Make a comment there. Good, bad, or indifferent, we answer all of our comments, and it really helps support the channel greatly. I would appreciate it. If you need anything at all, reach out via email, text. You can call. You can send a fax. We still have a fax machine, yes. You can send a carrier pigeon. You can just call out, and we'll be here to answer. All right, so the top 3 or the worst 3. What do we call this? The bottom 3. We're getting better as we progress through our list. So coming in at number 3 of the worst areas to live in Philadelphia. So number 3 is North Central. So North Philly, but Central North. Is that an oxymoron? But look, North Central is one of the top 3 worst neighborhoods comparatively in crime in the city and in America, and the data don't lie. Some of these may be opinions, however, this is not one of our opinions. This is the truth as you heard it here. The problem here with these next 3 neighborhoods is the violent crime. It's more than 440% higher on a national level than it is in, or rather it's it's over 440% higher violent crimes in North Central versus the rest of American cities. Crime overall is more than 240%. Property crime is just under about 100%. There's a lot of things happening, a lot of busyness going on in North Central, or the center of North Philly. Bringing it home, you got over 110% crime versus the rest of Philadelphia going on in North Central Philadelphia. Cost of living is 8% less here, though. You're going to save a lot of money on your grocery, on your wares, on your, well, not your utilities, and certainly not your taxes, although real estate prices are about 40% less in this section, and you're going to save more than 10% on your rental prices here. All right, number 2, we go from north to west. Allegheny West comes in at number 2. More than 500% violent crimes happening in Allegheny West in West Philadelphia, in Pennsylvania, comparatively to the other 49 states, actually all the states, comparatively to PA, NJ, and everywhere in America. More than 230% crime overall in Allegheny West, comparatively, nationally. Climb up your property crime is 160% higher nationally. Got over 100% more crimes happening in West Philadelphia than you do in the rest of the city. So just go to find the border of West Philly, step over it, and you have 100% less crime. Unfortunately, that's not exactly how it works. West Philadelphia has real estate prices are 1/3 comparatively to the rest of the city. Now, 67% less you can buy a house for. How about them apples? Or should I say, how about them soft pretzels? Or how about them cheesesteaks? How about them tasty cakes? You can tell what's on my mind? Somebody asked me, are you hungry? And I said, am I awake? Actually, I do. I dream of eating as well. So, not to divert, but there's a lot of great places to eat in these 9 sections of our city that we mentioned. And a lot of great people live in there too. A lot of crime happening, can't deny it. But I do want to mention the good with the bad. You're going to get the good, the bad, and the ugly here. So West Philadelphia, you save about 20% on your rental prices. All right, drum roll, please. Can you hear that drum roll? Let's see if we can hear that drum roll. Number 1, the world's worst, well, maybe not the world's, well, Philadelphia's worst spot to live, crime-related statistics only, Tioga and Nicetown. Now, it's called Nicetown, but apparently there's not a lot of nice behavior going on. Crime is up over 620%. Violent crimes comparatively on a national level. It's a little bit scary. Now, if you don't go looking for trouble, trouble doesn't come and find you. Not going to just walk down the street and have violent things happening to you. You got almost 275% more crimes going on in Nicetown-Tioga than you do on the rest of our beautiful United States. 200 more crimes happening here overall. Property crimes as well. 200 more property crimes going on versus 1 happening on a national scale. When you look at Philadelphia, as a whole, you've got 130% higher crimes going on, higher amount of crimes going on in this section comparatively in the rest of our city. Got 60% less real estate values. Is anyone seeing a connection between violent crime and real estate values? You do save a lot in rent, near 20%. Well, I hope you found this video helpful. We wanted to bring it to the street. Look, we're going to tell you the truth no matter what happens. I'm glad you stopped out. I appreciate you stopping at our channel. I appreciate you supporting our channel. And I appreciate you, generally speaking. I hope you appreciate us. If you ever need us for anything, information, real estate, or if you're looking for somewhere great to eat, or if you want to know what is the meaning of life, I'd be glad to give you that answer too. Gregory Martire, your local real estate expert here in Philadelphia. We got you covered on a national level. I got you covered worldwide. We've got agent partners in every city and every state. So hit us up. Be happy to help. Thanks so much, everybody. Have a great day.